Okay, so going back again at the roots, can you tell us a little bit about when you found out about Duel Masters, when you started playing?
Of course, I'm very glad to have you question me about that. I started playing Gear Masters at 12 years old. I was not playing at that time. I was going for other games, and my friends were just playing out with some cards that were appearing on stores at that point. And they showed me the game. Of course, they didn't play by the all rules. They had their own rules, like summoning Bolshak in the second turn or stuff like that, just charging up as much mana as possible. But after that, they slowly faded away, as they lose interest, and I started collected as many cards as possible and played with the remaining interested guys.
Okay, so can you tell us what's your favorite civilization?
My favorite civilization is Light Civilization, and I like it so much because I had an inclination from childhood towards holy things, angels, and I also like that it's a hard civilization to control, and it has that 500 point power on some creatures, which is a game changer.
And can you tell us what's your favorite light civilization card overall, and what's your favorite light civilization card from DM1 up to DM6?
Well, overall, the most impactful card for me was Petrova, Channeler of Suns, because it is the greatest support Light ever got in TCG, not only. But until the set 6, Craze Valkyrie is my favorite because it is the most efficient one. And it looks awesome.
Yeah, it does look awesome. So let's talk about the upcoming tournament. So, as I said before, it's a pretty weird ass format. As I said, while we recorded the first video, I don't really fucking enjoy it. But what wouldn't I do for you guys? But what's your opinion on this format? It's obviously can be a little, or actually a little bit more random, but as a lot of people say, it's fun, right?
Is a fun format. I like that the idea came up and it was implemented, and we have been called to arms. It will be a challenge to build up stable decks. Of course, so we will have to cope up with randomness at points, and it will be a tempo format. I, for one, been able to, combine some cards that are working pretty well. I'm going for 3 or 4 civilizations, but even if it is messed up, it will be a fun tournament. So let's not become so heated up, so personal, and just enjoy it how it goes.
Yeah, you heard it, guys. That's actually one of the best advices I've fucking ever heard from someone in this fucking game. Yeah, you heard that. Basically, enjoy the game and don't worry so much about, well, winning and performance and all that. Just enjoy it, alright?
Of course, let's become enthusiastic about what we can do with our hands, with our minds. We have to play games to obtain satisfaction from what can we perform, not from the outcome. Forget the outcome. The outcome is better in as much as it enhances yourself, improves yourself, gives you a strength of character overall. Because we are grown-up people.
Yeah, obviously, most of us at least. Can you give us a little bit input about your strategy without actually giving too much away? Like how you're going to play in
Of course,
the
I
tournament?
can be summary. My deck will somehow follow up my previous deck. I mean, of course, I will use at least 3 civilizations, and I'm going for those civilizations that are able to instantly remove some opponent's creatures. Of course, my deck will have some flaw. I expect to be encountered by some rapid boss engagements like Liquid People evolutions or Bespoke evolutions, or even greater threats like Balom and Alcadias. Maybe Ladia Bale.
I mean, yeah, Latia. I'm not so sure about Ladia, but some tag there, they could prove to be pretty dangerous in this format. Great input. So, can you give us four names? Give us two names that you're actually looking forward to meet and play with, and two that you're actually not that enthusiastic to play against.
Well, given that I worked so hard on the tag team format to provide a change in mindset and to somehow break the cycle of gold trophy spree, which WoW have. I do not expect to meet him very soon, but I don't have a problem with him going out, rampant again. I just don't want to be confronted by him very soon. Just that, not be picked up on early rounds against him. And I hope to see as many experienced players come. Even ask for advice. We can give advices. For example, run for pair of cards that have synergy between them, like Fall Iga and Dark Reversal. Use Gigargon, use shell triggers that instantly remove, use efficient blockers, especially those from Light Civilization. Go for deck search, mostly if you have a universal deck search, because you can see whatever lies in your deck.
Yep. So basically, you said that you're looking forward to meet the more experienced players, but honestly, as me and Blazy, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Blazy is actually helping me organize this one. There are actually some new names in that already registered. Don't you agree that they maybe provide a big surprise?
I look forward to see what they have prepared for each of the other one. I really look forward. I do. I want to see another, I don't know, unseen menace. A warrior came from the fog.
Yeah, so basically, given the fact that this tournament, obviously, it's a little bit random. It could be anyone's game, right? So what I'm saying is that even the less, I wouldn't call them less experienced. Even the newish players can get it, right?
If I did not understand wrongly, even new players can get really good at constructing a strong deck, yeah, and perform really good with it. I expect anything.
Okay, so now very, 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 very important question. Who is the best tournament organizer and why is it Darko 22229?
Well, from what I saw, there were various tournament organizers, and I did not participate for a while.
Well, it's basically me and Freeze, most of times.
Vinit did very good overall. I mean, I was satisfied because he was very just. Yeah, he insisted on it. Just that those bonus points really messed everything up after a while, and the people got the wrong idea about how the tournament must be won.
Well, so what's your opinion on the bonus points? Did you think that it was a mistake to, I don't know, to have this rule? I mean, to have them at all?
No, it was a mistake just to prioritize it before the personal winning. Just that. I mean, the separate wins, the ones you were obtaining after each duel, those were the ones based on merit. So the bonus points must have been taken in account eventually if ties were, often found, but not having something strictly against them. No, it just as a source of orientation.
So, since we talked about this, I'm actually going to have to ask you something that I think a lot of people, I don't know, been questioning. It was very controversial that you guys basically decided to give the win to Team GG Galaxy. How do you feel about that, and why you guys did that?
I'm glad that you also asked me that because I chose to play in this tournament not especially for win for the gold medal. I wanted to provide a change on mindset. I want to give a challenge to show people that we can perform greatly and provoke the top players, and not be afraid of it. And somehow, when I saw that on previous tournaments, Hiwa and Dropty also worked hard to get a win, and they failed, I just couldn't bear to waste any of their energy and just let them through. But I consulted with Nugs first.
Yes,
I could have I
but
could have gone through it, and play and maybe win against them. But when I sit down and analyze the outcomes, it looked like I have to work a lot harder, and I did not have the energy.
yes, but honestly, we were talking about the tournament being fair. Don't you see though that some people can actually see that as the things not being fair? I mean, you guys basically gave away a game.
Well, it didn't look unfair for me because you can do this. It is regulamentary, We were not obliged to do it, and I don't know how to otherwise state it. I felt like they have a better right to proceed to the finals.
Yeah, but
I did
you
not.
guys also did great during the tournament. So don't you think that
Well,
basically
what can I
cancels that?
say? What can I say? I had 11 personal score, crushed many players. But for me, after I had around 7, I was at peace with myself.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's your own opinion. So, if you had to give any advice, any tips to the players, what would you tell them? I don't know, to anyone, it doesn't necessarily have to be a newer player.
Not, I would say to them not to give up easily, since there are quite a decent amount of players with knowledge. They could simply ask for advice, not start with some ego, because players tend to have ego, and players want to build unique decks, but they also have to be helped to understand what does not work on their decks and why they should opt out for other kind of cards and stuff like that. And they will learn, and they will become more attracted to this game as soon as they understand how they can be successful.
Okay, very, 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 very important question. Do you agree that my deck can be basically, I mean, not basically meta changing, but do you agree that it worked pretty well during the tournament?
Well, of course, your deck looked like the strongest counter to WoW's deck. I mean, hands down, the best.
It wasn't really built around that, but yeah, as I said,
But the outcome was pretty much a strong counter against aggro kind of decks. Uh, I also managed to pull out strong encounter as well, so people can see that solutions are at hand. So we can build unique decks and still be able to confront stronger ones.
yeah. So what I want to say is basically shout out to WoW, buddy. You're here. You are one of the best, and he's also a great friend. So I'm sorry, guys. I just had to give WoW a shout out. He's a legend. Okay, so basically that's it for today. If you wanna give a shout out to someone, or yeah, if you wanna give a shout out to someone, say something before we're done with this. Here is the moment.
Do I have to say something in the end on as a
I mean,
conclusion?
if you want to, that's what I said. Yeah, if you want to give people a shout out or say something to the community or anything like that, I usually do that when I'm concluding an interview.
Community, join the Highlander format, no matter what.
Yeah, I agree with him. Join the.
Come in greater number because we need to populate these tournaments. You know, we have to boost them up because otherwise, what can I say about the organizers? They will lose interest as well if we do not involve ourselves. Of course, we have to animate it a lot, and I expect nothing less from the recent tournament winners, Drop and Tiwa.
Okay, so any shout out you want to give?
Thanks everyone for listening to this interview. I hope I provided enough data, and I can provide it on shortly as well. And looking forward to see you guys.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time. This was Vega. There will probably be a few more interviews. Oh, right, actually, if you have any suggestions on whom should I interview next, you can tell me.
In case you have an interview, this one yet, interview Hiwatari. I don't know if you interviewed him.
No, I haven't, then I'm actually going to interview him. I already talked to him. Any more suggestions for us?
I don't know.
Yo, Blazy, can you play the applause Discord effect, please? Thank you. Someone play that sound effect. Don't make me look like a fool. Okay, fuck you.
Without Lazy, we don't have a voice now.
Yeah, fuck Lazy. He'll probably. Okay, thank you. There we go. Thank you. So, again, that was fucking embarrassing. Thank you so much, Vega, for your time. That was Darko and Vega and Blazy for like 20 seconds, 10 seconds. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll see you next time with probably Hiwatari and maybe Sindra and maybe who the fuck knows. I'm actually waiting for your suggestions on whom shall I interview next. Goodbye, have a great one, and I'll see you guys in the next ones. As always, join the fucking tournaments, or I'll be fucking mad at you and you do not want that. Bye bye.